Your boy out of Oklahoma, which we'll get to him coming up soon once I get to the Bongos, or whatever you want to call them. Oh my God, the ads, once again, brought to you by Pandora. But back to it, man. I love the pick. I thought the guy he's a very, very aggressive defensive end, high motor guy. I love him. Has an injury concern with a shoulder. So he thinks he's going to start the year off on injury reserve. But he'll come around. Good pickup for Atlanta. Baltimore Ravens drafted Marlon Humphrey, their number 1 overall pick, out of Bama. And I think it was a good pick. Let me get you guys some music. I don't know what's going on here. It's like it's frozen. There we are. Really, I like the linebacker Ten Williams out of Alabama that they picked up. They found some, that was a good value pick, but nothing that really wows me from Baltimore. But it's the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to be competitive as hell because they're very well coached. Buffalo Bills. Buffalo got the defensive back out of LSU. I like Zay Jones. Very, very fast receiver out of ECU. And they got some help up front at the guard position. A lot of people were mad because they didn't draft the quarterback. But you guys got to realize that they loved the quarterback that they had last season. But maybe the boss of the Bills didn't like it too much because today Buffalo fired the entire front office. Right after so somebody wasn't happy. Maybe they should have drafted a quarterback and they decided not to. But I tell you what, the president of the team is not happy because they let go of everybody. So I'm thinking maybe there was some disagreements there within the front office. He got pissed and was like, your services is no longer needed. They only have two people listed in their front office for Buffalo. Thought they was going to go after wide receiver Mike Williams to pair with the other Clemson receiver, but they chose to go another route. Zay Jones, I tell you what, is no Mike Williams. Carolina Panthers, the local team, love the pickup of Christian McCaffrey. Think he's going to be huge for Carolina. Another option in the slot. I think he's a very, very underrated running back. A lot of people are underrating him because he's white. I mean, let's base it. Let's be real. Because he's white, they automatically assume he's freaking Mike Allstott, which is a freaking fullback. I think he's going to be amazing for Carolina. They lost Ted Ginn Jr., so they needed a punt returner. He can give you that. I do like the wide receiver out of Ohio State, Samuel. And they got a very underrated guard in Taylor Moton. That helps them out tremendously. They are trying to improve with the offensive line play. I think they came away with two of the biggest steals outside of the draft when they signed the linebacker for Clemson. And they also signed the linebacker Cox out of Florida. Two very, very, very underrated signings. So be on the lookout for the Carolina Panthers to improve. I don't know if they're going to go back to that regular season record they had when they went to the Super Bowl, but I don't think they will be as bad as the year before. The Chicago Bears. Oh, in the name of Jesus. Let me drink some water on this. The Chicago Bears traded Uno's Pizza, the Michael Jordan statue, and the Chicago Cubs for Mitch Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky. And I know some of you probably thinking who didn't watch the draft, well, hey, maybe that was good. They went up one effing spot to get Mitchell Trubisky. Yes, he has a lot of upside. So freaking what? The fact that they moved up one spot to get Mitchell Trubisky, well, the only thing they had to do was stay put, and they could have kept everything, all of their picks, but they traded him to go one spot for a quarterback who wasn't going to get drafted by San Francisco. Chicago Bears, congratulations to you. You are now the dumbest franchise in the NFL. Another disconnect between the front office and the head coach, because John Fox later came out and said he had no freaking idea they were drafting Trubisky. Smart move, Chicago. Stay classy. Cincinnati drafted Joe Mixon out of Oklahoma. Of course, you guys should know by now, Joe Mixon is the one who knocked out the girl at the bar. Knocked her clean, knocked her soul out of body. Now, I don't condone domestic violence by any stretch of the imagination, but he hit that girl extremely hard to the fact I grabbed my face when I saw the hit. That looked like that shit hurt. And he was drafted as a second-round pick. Nothing else. I do like Carl Lawson, the defensive end out of Auburn. And I'm overlooking their number one pick, John Ross, the speedster out of Washington, to go on side of A.J. Green. Let's just see. If Andy Dalton can stay on his feet, he's definitely going to open it up. You can no longer double team Green on the outside when you got Ross either at the other side of the field or in the slot. I hope they utilize him correctly. But that boy better put some muscle on because this next player I'm going to talk about, if he hit him one good time, might be a scene out of Mortal Comeback. I'm just saying. Cleveland Browns. Oh, Cleveland. About damn time. Cleveland had the best draft, in my opinion. Myles Garrett, number one overall pick. They didn't fall into that Trubisky trap. Jabril Peppers out of Michigan. And then they got their quarterback, Deshaun Kaiser, which I kind of think is a little overrated. But some people had graded as a first rounder. Some had him as a top 10 pick. They got him in the second round. So congratulations to Cleveland. You guys no longer have to deal with RG3. And maybe you're on a come up. My Dallas Cowboys. I didn't like the Taco signing. Didn't like it at all. Especially when Juju Baker was still on Baker was still on the board, and also the linebacker out of Alabama was still available. Thought we could have used him on the outside and maybe put him in a middle linebacker. But I do like the other picks. I like the DB out of Colorado. I love the DB out of Michigan. Those are very, very solid picks. Now, Jordan Lewis, cornerback out of Michigan, is facing a domestic violence charge. He did come out and say that all hopes that will be dropped, but we'll see. Right now it is pending, but he could be an excellent underrated pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. Denver Broncos pretty much just they address their needs. They got an offensive tackle. They got another defensive end named DeMarcus, as one DeMarcus retired out of Florida State, which I love the guy. Love him. And Jake Butt, one of the best tight ends in college, coming from Michigan. Very, very underrated pickup by the Broncos. And Mr. Irrelevant, Chad Kelly. I love me some Chad Kelly. He a damn basket case, but I love him. And I think, at time, he might win over that starting position. Maybe not this year, but you never know due to injuries. But I think next year, guys, Chad Kelly could be competing for that starting quarterback role. Detroit Lions drafted a couple of Florida Gators, and I ain't never going to be mad at that. Jarrett Davis and also Tez Tabor, the defensive back out of Florida. And I know he dropped due to the 40 time. Came up a little slow. But I love him. I give him really an A+ on that. Oh, I'm supposed to be giving out grades. I give Zona, I give him a B. I give the Falcons a B. Baltimore a B. Buffalo Since they don't have a front office, I give them a C. Carolina, I give Carolina an A. Chicago, you get an F. Cincinnati, B. Cleveland, A+. Dallas, you get a B-. Not impressed too much. I did not like the taco. Denver, I give Denver a B+. Detroit, you get a C, because we'll find out. But Green Bay Packers, they addressed their cornerback need in Kevin King, the long, lanky cornerback out of Washington. I do like that pickup. I love Josh Jones out of NC State. Very, very underrated pick. And they got a running back, Jamal Williams out of BYU. So, I think by addressing all your needs, Green Bay will be one of the toughest damn teams in the NFC next year. A+ for you. Houston, Texans, thank you for trading up and saving Deshaun from the Cleveland Browns. I thank you on behalf of everyone in the state of South Carolina. Maybe not Columbia. I'm sure they wanted them to go to Cleveland. But hey, it's the Gamecocks. It's so irrelevant. Other than the basketball team, they're coming around. Especially the women. Shout out to you girls. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't even associate you with the rest of them goofs over there at USC. The Colts not impressive. I know ESPN.com gave them an A+. I love Quincy Wilson. They drafted pretty much secondary. Marlon Mack, the running back out of South Florida. A lot of people predicted him as underrated. Jacksonville got Leonard Fournette, the most physical running back in the draft. Doesn't know what they'd say about the running back that they drafted a couple of years ago out of Alabama. Might be the end of him. They got an offensive line in Cam Robinson and Dwayne Smoot, whom I thought he was going to be a first-round pick, but I know Kuiper was saying he looked a little lazy his senior year, but I like the guy out of Illinois. Kansas City signed up to get another gunslinger in Patrick Mahomes. To me, you got to see, man. I don't know what Patrick Mahomes is going to be. The good thing is he has a couple of years to develop. I don't know why everybody keep comparing him to Brett Favre because he slings the ball. Brett Favre did set the NFL record of interceptions. I mean, and he played in 8 million games. Usually when you tend to play in that many games, you break a lot of records. I'm not saying Brett Favre is overrated by any stretch. I'm just saying. No, shit happens sometimes. Patrick Mahomes is no Brett Favre. But if the gunslinger mentality is all they're going to relate to the kid to, Brett Favre set the NFL record of interceptions. Gunslinger mentality. Know who else was a gunslinger? Tony Romo. What did he do in fourth quarters? Interception. LA Chargers. I do like the signing of Mike Williams. I do like Forrest Camp to go out of Western Kentucky. I give him a B+. Phillip needs all the help he can get, though. Jesus Christ, does he ever need it? It's like everybody went now. Maybe a change of scenery will help out the Chargers in due time. LA Rams. I don't like none of the damn picks. Cooper Kupp, I think, is highly underrated. A lot of people like that tight end out of South Alabama. I don't. So I give him a D. Miami Dolphins. Let's see who we got. Raekwon McMillan. I do love that kid out of Ohio State. He was one of the anchors, man. The guy, anytime you turn on the film of Ohio State, McMillan was all over the damn place. So just for him alone. Charles Harris. I like him. I really do. I'm not even going to... A lot of people was down on Charles Harris, saying he's pretty much only pass rusher and he's horrible against the run. But I mean, who cares? In the words of Tack, get after the damn quarterback. Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin